Hello, welcome to this lecture video. In this video, I am going to explain elastic properties of materials, bending of beams, which comes under Module 2 of Engineering Physics prescribed by VTU. Here I am going to explain the following points. Relation between shear strain, longitudinal strain and compression strain, bending of beams, expression for bending moment. So these were all the points that I am going to discuss here. So the first concept is relation between shear strain, longitudinal strain and compression strain. So look at this picture. So here is a material, that is the front face of the material is ADCB, the bottom end, that is BC, is fixed, and a shearing force is acting along AD. So that is F is acting along AD such that it will bends as shown in the picture. So here the shearing angle is observed to be theta and the length, that is AB, is equal to L. So these were all the information about this picture. Now I will give you the details about it. So consider a cube whose lower face is fixed to a rigid support ABCD. So let ABCD be one of its faces with the side BC along the fixed support. When a deforming force is applied to its upper face along AD, it causes relative displacement at different parts of the cube, so that A moves from, that is A moves to A dash and D moves to D dash. Let theta be the angle of shear, which is very small in. Also one can notice that the diagonal AC of the cube is now shrunk to a length A dash C and BD is stretched to BD dash. So this is what the information about this diagram. Therefore the longitudinal strain along BD is equal to ND dash by BD. So consider that as equation number 1, and compression strain along AC is equal to AM by AC. Consider that as equation number 2. According to Pythagoras theorem, AC is equal to BD, that is equal to root 2L. So consider that as equation number 3. From right angled triangle, that is D and D dash, we can write D dash N is equal to DD dash cos of angle D dash DN, that is DD dash N. So that is equal to DD dash cos angle AD dash B. So that is considered as equation number 4. So from right angled isosceles triangle ADB, we can write angle ADB is equal to 40. Since theta is very small, we can write angle AD dash B is equal to angle ADB, that is equal to 45 degree. So from equation number 4, we can write ND dash is equal to DD dash cos 45 degree, that is nothing but DD dash by root 2. So consider this as equation number 5. From equations 1, 3 and 5, we get longitudinal strain is equal to DD dash by 2L, but theta is equal to DD dash by L. So from triangle CDD dash, the longitudinal strain is equal to theta by 2. That is considered as equation number 6. And similarly, we can show that compression strain is equal to theta by 2. So that is considered as equation number 7. Therefore, from 6 and 7, we can write longitudinal strain plus compression strain, that is equal to theta, or longitudinal strain plus compression strain is equal to shear strain. So this is what the expression beams, and also what is bending of beam. So here in this picture you can look at when a deforming force is applied, the beam bends. So the outer layers undergo elongation and the lower layers undergo compression, but the middle layer will not undergo any deformation. That layer is known as neutral layer or neutral axis. So I am going to give you information about beam. A beam is nothing but a rod or a circular or rectangular uniform bar whose length is very much greater than its thickness. When a straight bar is bent, the outer layers undergo elongated and the lower layers get contracted, but one layer between them is neither elongated nor contracted. This layer is called neutral layer or neutral surface. This is about beams. That means a beam is a bar or a material which is uniform from one end to another end, whose length is very much greater than the other two dimensions. That's what about beam. So expression for bending moment in terms of moment of inertia. So here is a beam which is fixed at one end, that is the end AD is fixed. The other end, that is BC, is subjected to a load, that is W, which is acting downwards. Because of the load applied, okay, the layers of the beam bends as shown in the picture. Now let us consider the beam. So here PB is the layer which gets elongated, whereas GF is a layer considered as neutral axis or neutral beam. It will not undergo any deformation, whereas the layer QC will get contracted. Here the layer GF makes an angle theta at O, and the distance of the layer GF from O is capital R. Therefore, GF can be written as R theta. And the distance between the layer PB from GF is found to be smaller, that you can clearly seen in this picture. So here the length of the filament GF is equal to capital R theta. Here theta is the angle subtended by GF at O. Therefore, the length of the outer filament PB is equal to capital R plus small r into theta. Therefore, the linear strain is equal to increase in length by initial length, that it can be written as capital R plus small r into theta minus r theta whole divided by r theta. After simplification, it will become small r by capital R. But Young's modulus is nothing but the ratio of linear stress to linear strain. Therefore, linear stress is equal to Young's modulus into linear strain, that is equal to y into small r by capital R. Also, force can be written as stress into area of cross section, that is equal to y into small r by capital R into A. The moment of the force is nothing but force into distance. That's why we can write y into r by capital R into A into R, that is equal to y by r into AR square. Therefore, the total moment of the force acting on the upper and lower faces of the beam is given by y by r into summation of AR square. The bending moment of the beam is equal to total moment of the force acting on the upper and lower surface of the beam, that is nothing but y by r into summation of AR square. But it is observed that summation of AR square is nothing but Ig, that is nothing but geometrical moment of inertia. Therefore, bending moment of a beam is given by y by r into Ig. This is the final expression for bending moment of a beam. A rod of cross section of area 1 centimeter into 1 centimeter, that is 1 centimeter square, is rigidly planted into the earth vertically. A string which can withstand a maximum tension of 2 kg is tied to the upper end of the rod and pulled horizontally. If the length of the rod and the ground level is 2 meter, calculate the distance through which its upper end is displaced just before the string snaps. So here the value of Young's modulus y is equal to 2 into 10 to the power of 11 Newton per meter square, and the acceleration due to gravity g is equal to 9.8 meter per second square. So as according to this problem, the given data is b is equal to t, that is equal to 1 centimeter, that is nothing but 10 to the power of minus 2 meter, and m is equal to 2 kg and l is 2 meter. Young's modulus y is equal to 2 into 10 to the power of 11 Newton per meter square, and g is equal to 9.8 meter per second square, and l is equal to 2 meter. So these are all the data given. So what is the value of h as according to this problem? So the formula for calculating h is 4 mg L cube by by into d cube. So substitute the values of mg L cube and then by d cube here. So that is 4 into 2 into 9.8 into 2 cube divided by 10 to the power of minus 2 into 2 into 10 to the power of 11 into 10 to the power of minus 2 whole cube. So on simplification, the value of h is calculated as 0.3136 meter. So this is what the solution for this problem.